So for the past month or so, I've been meaning to play this lunch break game that everybody was talking about for a while. And by meaning to, I mean that I wanted to play it and then realized it was so much easier to just not do that and be spoon-fed YouTube shorts for the day instead. But I do have one single solitary memory of the game. I opened it for like 3 seconds and then left because the second I saw looked so densely detailed and teeming with effort. I knew this was going to be something special. And I said, hey, I gotta stream this or review this or something. And I never did. Until now. Now, what about this game, you ask? Why should I care, and why would I watch you play it? Good questions, Monfrere. It's because this bad boy placed first in the first round of the Pixel Game Maker Awards, the Game Jam contest thing we run. Just saying, just in case you didn't see, the name of the channel. But we're gonna give it a whirl and see what's up, because this is PGMA, baby, promoting games made by amateurs. I'm not saying that they're, I'm just saying. Wow. All right, what's going on? All right, I'm hungry. All right, so while this is going, let me catch you up to speed. Long cutscene short, where this cute little construction worker guy named Guapo. Wait, isn't that Spanish for... Never mind. But anyways, I guess we're on lunch break, and whoopsie, we accidentally left our lunch back up on, like, floor 12, and then we have this stupid idiot who goes and knocks over the scaffolding, and then goes about his day, and now we have to go to Timbuktu and back to get our lunch. I'm better off just getting takeout at this point, but I guess we don't get paid enough or something. You know, I don't get many cutscenes like that in PGMA games. Wordless, but still very fun. Alright. Arrow keys to move. Z or space to jump. Up, down to climb. Can I climb the wall? No, just ladders, probably. Okay, so I probably need to get those blueprints, I guess. Why did I just do that? Okay. Alright, so out of the gate, I was just trying to get used to my surroundings. I wasn't really too prepared for how this game was going to work, but it's incredibly creative nonetheless. So this is a logic game where the primary goal of each level is to collect those blueprints to take you to the next one. However, once you start progressing, you will realize that in order to reach it, you have to literally construct pieces of the arena from the level before. I, of course, looked at the instructions and stuff below, but one thing you need to know about me is that I am slow when it comes to acclimating to a certain game's logic, and my later frustration from this will become very apparent. Ouch. X/E to open blueprint. Click to import part of the previous level. So do I have to, like, drag it? Let's die so we can restart. Oh, I could have pressed R. So let's add this. No, not that. That's not gonna work. So let's see. Alright. Do that. Yep. Okay, that's cool. Alright. I'm such a cute little man. Alright. But man, this looks great. This is so... Oh, that's fun. Seriously? Okay. Let's go. Okay, so this is where things started to get a little testy for me, and I was forced to make sure I understood the game's intention here. So, to actually place a chunk of a previous level, you need to collect these hammers to allow you to import them. Some levels might have you get multiple hammers just because you need to put down multiple parts to beat it. However, what threw me off were these two gosh-forsaken hammers that I literally could not get to because they were blocked off by floor and pipes. How do I get to the stupid hammers? It wasn't until later that I gave up and then realized that I wasn't actually supposed to be able to get them, and they were really just there so that the next level, when I imported a specific chunk, they would also be imported. So pretty much I learned that you don't use just walls and floors from previous levels, but you could also use actual collectibles from them. I feel like introducing this trope would have felt a little less jarring to me if it were either demonstrated right off the bat in the first few levels, or if it were like a few levels later when I knew things would start getting weird. But nonetheless, I figured it out in the coming levels. Okay, I'm thinking I need all of them. I think I need to do this, And then when I get here, there has to be... Got it. Oh my gosh. That took... Why was that... Whatever. There we go. Alright, see, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm slow, but I think I'm getting it a little bit here. Workplace safety. Whoever. Okay, so how do I catch this stupid ladder? That is indeed my only plan. Okay. Okay. Oh. This is ridiculous. What the? What the heck? Yeah, baby. Alright. See? It all... See how everything always works out? Alright, first question, as always, what can I do without the hammer? Nothing, because there's this big fire thing, so I can't do anything. Alright, that's step one. Alright, coming up next was, I have to say, actually one of my favorite implementations in the game, mostly because of how creatively it was used for the rest of it. I'm talking about these lock boxes, so now you have to collect keys to unlock certain regions to reach the blueprints, hammers, or whatever it may be. While they probably make the least sense regarding what you'd actually find at a construction site, at least I think so. Hold on, let me... Yeah, no. But regardless, I loved how they were utilized to add some complexity to the later levels. Like, for example, this round was super creative because they basically flipped this mechanic on its head, and now the point is to actually avoid collecting the keys because getting rid of those lockboxes will actually destroy the platforms needed to reach the blueprints. So, all in all, I just think that's great level design, and that was actually fun to figure out, so that's cool. Alright, trial and error, you know the drill. Oh, that's funny. They're taunting me. Okay, I see what it is. Ah, okay. Okay. The whole point is to avoid getting these keys, or else it's going to destroy the plat. Okay. So what do I do to avoid the keys? Okay. So let's do that. Uh-huh. And then let's do that. No! Darn it. They think... Y'all are funny. There we go. Okay. I'm feeling real smart. This is gonna be absolute HE double hockey sticks. You know it. Oh no. Alright, I'm hoping the idea is the same as the last one. What? Yeah. I'm assuming I don't want to do what that just was. Yeah, I think the hardest thing for me was figuring out what the level was trying to do. Yeah, because it doesn't look like any of my... Yeah, like, that's not gonna work. That has no use. Okay, so let's restart. Let's go over here. Yeah, I'm assuming that all of these keys always unlock all of the lock boxes. That would be my assumption. Oh, wait, no, I was already where I was supposed to be. Okay, so we'll start with that. Very good. Boom, boom. Boom, shakalaka. We'll skip over that. I'll assume that I need to probably be somewhere around here. I'm assuming I do have to unlock these at some point. Maybe? Actually, do I need to do anything else? I think I just need to... unlock this. That unlocks that. Oh, but I can't die. I can't. Okay. Ah, yeah. But like how? Oh, there's a blueprint in here. I didn't even see that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I see what I can do. So there we go. And let's change that to this. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. See, that was a fake out. That was a good fake out, you know? 12? I thought there was 11 levels. Oh no. This looks easy. This looks suspiciously easy. I'm wondering if I'm about to get... Why is this so easy? Oh, that's my lunch! Finally! Oh my god, I was see, I was gonna heat these I was gonna heat this up in the microwave, but I'm just gonna eat it right now because I'm hungry right now. Alright, I'm feeling smart. Feeling real smart. All of that just to get to my lunch. Lunch is over, buddy. Lunch ended 30 minutes ago. This is cutting into my hours, so I'm not getting paid for this. Alright, so that was lunch break, everyone. As far as final thoughts, I have to commend how well this game immerses you. And I know I may use that word a lot for a lot of games that I think are good, but I think it's seriously important to not underestimate that factor, because you can have vastly different art and vastly different concepts, but the presentation is everything. And I think this game did that incredibly well, from the starting cutscene with the ambient construction noise, the bustling background, the vibrant level design. You absolutely feel like you're in the environment it wants you to. Now, I never got the chance to officially rate this game, but I guess I'll unofficially do it here. So I'm giving the art and graphics a 9 out of 10. It's polished, it's vibrant and fun, and nothing feels out of place. That's just all there is to it. For music and sound, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, the action sound effects fit perfectly. The game music was pretty fitting too. It just got a little bit tiring after you're like halfway through, so maybe like 1 or 2 music changes as you progress would be refreshing. For gameplay, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. The idea is decently original. I mean, there are plenty of games dependent on you building or creating the levels as you go, but I think having preset elements from prior levels adds some originality to it. So I think a lot of thought had to go into the level design to make sure that previous levels would make sense for the next one, so you kind of have to plan like a couple steps ahead. But sometimes it does look a little confusing when you have to build chunks that overlap on top of other ones, but you can kind of get used to it. And I do hate to do it, but I am unfortunately going to have to contact the Occupational Safety and Health Administration to make multiple citations for workplace safety violations. So that is a deduction, but it is still a B-, so you can't complain. But yeah, no, great game. Definitely go check it out. I'll have the link in the description. I'd have to check my repertoire, but it's definitely one of the best round 1 PGMA games I've seen in recent years. But yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, and also go wish the developers a happy belated birthday while you're at it. Don't ask why, just go do it.